Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. We are live in sunny Bretonia, waiting for the match of the day to begin. Today we have Montfort making their return to the big stage, taking on first-time debuters in this season's Royal Brawl, the Pidgeon Shaggers of Akitani. I am your host, Vincent LaSimilia, top 5 eyeball eater in the BRE. And I'm joined today on the casting couch with none other than the legendary Bohemond de Baston. Absolute go. Welcome to the couch once again, Bobo.
Hello, that's me. That's me indeed. I'm not an eyeball eater, unfortunately, but I might give it a shot at some point, though.
Well, if there's one thing you can say about a French lord, he'll give anything a try. Bringing us on to today's match, Bohemond, we have the Hill Thieves returning, captained by Meriadoc, against the Pidgeon Shaggers. Now, the Pidgeon Shaggers, this is their first brawl in the Royal Brawl, and Maurice will be leading the line today. What do you make of this Pidgeon Shaggers team, Bobo?
We've trained against them like a week ago. They've got really strong individuals, but they've showed a lack of team play in the past seasons. Will they be able to properly act as a team against Montfort, who is well known for their team play? We'll see how it goes. I don't know.
Quite possible that they could fall flat here. Montfort are good as a team, but let's focus in on these individual players. We've got Maurice captaining, but number 1 spot right there, Armand Diakitani, Lord of Aquitaine. What do you make of this guy, Bobo?
If he's leading you in cavalry, you might as well just leave the event. That's all I can say.
Early shouts against Armand here. Fortunately, he's not allowed on a horse in the brawl, so will he be able... God damn! Will he be able to bring the fire and fury with his sword? Moving down the list, Big Lucian. Now, this guy is a known chopper. DR duelists around the world fear his name. What do you make of this man's fighting style?
Well, he's really passive in a way. He's not like taking any risks, but he knows what he's doing. He's like really on the really defensive. He has been accused of cheating in the past because he's actually really good. We all doubt that he's cheating, of course. Don't worry. And yeah, I think he's pretty good. He's certainly better than the other Irish gypsy we've got in Boston, that's for sure.
Well, moving on. We have Michu, former champion of the BRE in the infantry bracket, really strong fighter, proud warrior. You've got the likes of Ferdinand, the chronicler, top chopper in lore, and now on the streets with a sword. Joseph, a recruit of my own, absolute legend. Yvain, shooter. Big Alfred, squire in Akitani. People have called this man the GOAT. Not me, but someone did once. What do you make of Alfred?
Oh, Alfred, he has been really decent in the past, but he's been, I think he's been traveling for the past weeks, past months. We haven't seen him a lot on the training fields. Will he be able to catch up on his teammates? Well, I'd say slightly better than him. We'll see.
We will see. Moving over to the Hill Thieves now. We saw them last week taking on the champions of CI, trying to be the David that stopped that Goliath of a team, but they fell short that time. This time, same team, same strats. They're running it back here against the Pidgeon Shaggers. Starting off, Montfort Lord. I nearly called him Montfort de Folcard. Folcard de Montfort. What a chopper. What do you make of this man, Bobo?
I'm afraid.
Some who call him John Bannerlord or John Britannia. Depends on what. I mean, most of us are here because of him. He's certainly like a really good video maker. Is he as good on the battlefield? We will see in a second, but he's definitely a chopper. He won a duel recently against the Duke of Castile, if I'm being correct. I think so, yes.
That's very true.
We'll see how he goes, but I don't think he has anything to prove.
Moving down this list, Christopher, the Sword of Montfort, top chopper in his duchy. Arcadius, one of the Regiment of Renowns. Noel, a second Regiment of Renown here from the Montfort Mountain Men. I forget what they're called. Lucas, an OG, joined a week after me and was kicking the shit out of me for months. Osbert, unfortunately, can't make it today. Now, that is a colossal blow to this Montfort team.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. Like, we know that the duo Osbert and Meriado can actually shake things up. They're like, they're really, like, they play way better when they're together. So they're like a pair of testicles, to be honest.
Two
One
balls,
doesn't go without the other.
two balls slapping against each other all round. But alas, they're one ball down for this run. Montfort will have to make do without Osbert. And finally, introducing today's referee, Big Bad Jonas, Squire of Gerak, who also happens to be joining us here on the casting couch. Jonas, say hello to your fans.
Hello, everyone.
Pleasure
Lovely
to
to
have
meet
you
you.
here, Jonas. Absolute pleasure. Now, is this your first brawl you're refereeing today?
This is, yes.
Very exciting. First
Gonna be a
brawl
good one.
on the big leagues. What do you make of this matchup, Akitani Montfort?
Honestly, I don't know who's gonna win. I'm mostly here just to see their tactics, right? Bring them back.
That's
lead 'em to
That's
my
very
team.
honest. That's very honest.
I respect it. Dirty Castanian tactics, but my god, are they effective. If you had to put your money somewhere, though, you might not be able to predict score, but if you were to say one winner out of this match, which would you say?
I'm gonna say Akatani purely because they've brought the numbers. So if any in Montfort are tired for the rest of the evening, they can swap out in Akatani.
Absolutely. That fatigue game can really prove important, especially as we get to the latter rounds of these sorts of games. Montfort, unfortunately, don't have the numbers to be swapping in and out, so they're going to have to stick it in this grueling potential best of three. Anyway, Jonas, it's been a pleasure having you here on the broadcast. I'll let you get back to your refereeing now so you can start today's match and we can hop right into the action.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, big dog. Okay, Jonas is getting himself set on the field. Akitani looking a rabble, gathering round for a little team talk and a bit of cheer fishing. I'm partial to a cheer fish myself, eh, Bobo?
That would be the best spot, actually. You just have to put yourself in the middle of them and just, cheer fish.
Just cheer fish. Not sure what we're talking about now, anyway. Moving swiftly on. The game is getting set. Akitani look keen to get into the action. Montfort, of course, coming off a defeat, need to grab a win here. If they fall back 2 defeats in a row, that puts them in real shaky standings on the ladder and gives them a bit of a mountain to climb to get themselves into that promotion spot for the finals. Akitani, of course, looking to secure their name with a win in their first game. And round 1 begins. The teams here, Montfort staying clumped, Akitani deciding to spread out around them.
They're already splitting.
Already splitting. Oh! Team hits there, coming from the polearm of Akitani. Ferdinand doing his best to hold strong, but he's getting picked apart by this spear. Same time, this halberd's picking and chopping. Good blocks there, but not quite enough. Over on the left-hand side, bit more of a concentrated melee. Lots of team fighting, team hitting. And Maurice strikes first. Noel falls. Lucas falls to Alfred straight after. Lucian takes out Christopher. There's only 3 Montfort left. It's not looking good in round 1. Arcadius fell to Alfred's hands. And Folkard begging for mercy before being put out of his misery by Mashu. Round 1 goes to the Pidgeon Shaggers.
Oh, it went faster than expected. I thought they were like on the same skill level, although like it's only been a round, but we'll see what Montfort can offer against them.
Montfort are lacking one of their critical members, but it looked okay for them on their left-hand flank there. They had a 2v2 and they were getting good switch-up hits. The spear doing absolute numbers, but it just wasn't enough. On the right-hand side, the team seemed to fall apart. Perhaps Akitani proving in that round just to be better in the melee. Oh god, now restless, eager to get back into the match. Meriadoc drops his R. We will be on our way shortly. Maurice's R follows up, and round 2 begin. Montfort will look to strike back early here, showing they are not easy prey. This spear, though, out in the open, doing absolutely nothing. Meriadoc in a bad play.
Ay. Oh, it's getting chopped.
He is getting chopped, and Maurice has killed Arcadius on the other side too. It's a disaster in the early game for Montfort. This spear doing numbers. Meriadoc falls as expected there. He took a beating. Lucian, not likely to get himself hit like that.
Ooh, Volkar getting kicked to death. That was pretty bad.
I didn't even see that. Disaster. If I was Volkar, I would be kicking my monitor. Chat predicting Akatani were going to take the win here, and Akatani do look in firm control of these first two games. Pidgeon Shaggers 2, Hill Thieves 0. God, what's going wrong for Montfort, Bowlon?
I think they're just trying to catch up with the Aquitanian strategy, which is having two bastard axes so they can break the shields really fast. And I think, yeah, that's their whole strategy. They also have a pole arm, so it's again a shield breaking meta, I'd say. It's not really surprising. So now they're only taking 200 swords, obviously. God damn!
You love to see it! Montfort, not afraid to try something new, busting up the 5 two-handed swords. Lord of the Rings cosplay here. Let's see if the Nazgul can bring death to Akatani. Starting off strong. Now the big question here, the 5 two-handers is great for damage, but do Montfort's players have the technical skill to wield this sword? Colossal giant, and it looks like they might!
Already one down.
Lucas strikes first, taking down Alfred. That's a big pick. Mishu here.
Nasty kick and double thrust.
You love to see it, baby. Meriadoc looking for those back shots. Arcadius fells Maurice. Lucian still in the game. Takes out someone, but it's not enough. It's a 3 versus 2 now. Joseph and Mishu, I believe, versus 3 two-hands. Christopher with the punch kill on Mishu. It's just Joseph, and he doesn't have the balls to stand up to these big Montfort shots.
Watch out though, because Mishu isn't allowed to have a one-handed sword and a polearm.
Oh, might be the first referee step in of the brawl so far. Mishu illegally bringing his sidearm into the brawl.
Alright, that's +5 rounds for the Hill Thieves, I guess. That's how it goes.
Possibly +10.
Damn.
Now, I believe this would make a trickier situation if Akatani went on to win that round. However, Montfort claimed the win. It's likely what we'll see here is a simple warning from Jonas and further scrutiny. Next step out of line could be a deducted point for the Pidgeon Shaggers. Jonas, as if on cue, says exactly the same thing. A stern warning delivered to the Akatani team. We won't have cheats here in the BRE Brawl. Let's do a double check there. Camera taking a good look. See if we can spot a sidearm on Mishu. Maybe he has a sword tucked in under his dress.
Nah, he's safe.
Nothing there. Is that an extra dagger in your pants, or are you just happy to see me, Alfred? The brawl ready to continue. Going into round 4, the Hill Thieves show that they can chop with the rest of them.
Let's try to focus on Alfred for this one. I'd like to see what he's gonna try with this new strategy of taking a two-handed sword instead of a bastard axe.
Now, Alfred's no stranger to the two-handed sword. He was a squire for a good long time while they had two-handers. So certainly not outside of his comfort zone, but let's see what he can bring. Taking an early hit, though, not ideal. Strikes back strong, though. Hit 2 hits. He's like a snake charmer. Montfort two-handers hissing like reptiles, but he gets a double, a thrust and a slice. Joseph's taking out Arcadius on the other side of the ring. Alfred now panic baiting. Takes a team hit. Jeez, is that Baston? Lucian takes out Meriadoc. Maurice here. Alfred still just trying to find his feet in this game, but it doesn't matter because his team have him covered. Hoel and Lucian taking names. 6 deaths for Montfort. 0 deaths for the Pidgeon Shaggers. That's another round under the Pidgeon Shaggers name.
Yes.
VAR going to do a little double check here. Make sure that all the two-handers only have the two-handed weapons they were designed to have. VAR haven't... Oh, VAR's not an acceptance there. All looking good on the Montfort team. Now, Montfort, they have their juicy strats, they have their sneaky plays, but they are by no means cheats. Akitani, on the other hand, already in a little bit of danger. Round 5 beginning here. Montfort really need to start putting a name on this game.
That guy is already getting chopped. Arcadius is already probably low HP.
Oh, and
He
he
only
takes
has
a
been started.
massive back shot from that polearm.
He's in the bad spot. He's in the bad spot.
He's just S-keying into more and more Akitani. Not where you want to be.
Oh, nasty thrust.
Wilbur and Hoel take 2 Montfort. Montfort down 2, 3 members. Not looking great for them. Noel strikes
Giving
back.
up again. Say.
Volkar taking a moment to pray to the lady. However, the lady does not deliver. Or if she does, she's delivering to Akitani only. It's another round to Aquitaine. 2 rounds stand between Akitani and victory in set 1. W Caster, I love you. Gascony number 1. Thank you in the chat. W Bohemond, what do you make of the Gascony number 1?
Maybe number 1 for the French Duchy eventually. They actually brought 60 members to the event tonight, which is absolutely insane. But yet they still sucked, unfortunately. So
60 members with all the fighting strength of 25 members. An impressive haul for Gascony, but not quite the number in this brawl. Anyway, getting back into the action, we now have confirmation from the side of the pitch. Folkard was indeed on his knees, beseeching the lady for help. Now, while I am an incredibly pious man, big lover of the lady, do we think the middle of a brawl is the right time to be praying to the lady for help?
I don't know. Maybe it's a bit late. Maybe it's just a bit late.
Montfort trying something new here, deciding to do the full shift to the right. However,
Lucien going for the polearm is just trying to suppress him. That's pretty. Yeah, that's pretty smart. Oh, it's just stopping. They don't block. What the fuck?
it's disaster. Wilbert takes out Noel. Not what you want to be seeing. Folkard here. Oh! Gets the turn and burn though. This polearm better learn some respect. Missed kick from Folkard.
And the counter kick.
Wilbert gets the counter. That's my recruit, baby. That's my recruit. Wilbert showing he's mean here. 2v4 here. Still potential for Montfort. Lost the audio for a second there. That's how sick the fucking damage was. Wilbert with potentially a team kill too, VAR is suggesting. I got 2 lost in the hide. Anyway, Pidgeon Shaggers take game 6 here. They are 1 round away from set 1 victory.
Oh my god.
The big dog stepping on the field.
Oh, I'm tempted to bark on the mic for this one, to be honest. That is quite something to see. And he's bringing the full skin, obviously. It's Armand the fucking Akitani.
He does
The Falcon
not
himself.
play. Exactly, the Falcon of Akitani stepping on the field here with his classic sword and board. Now I have seen Armand training long and hard in this game. Oh, a little aura walk to begin with here. Let's see what Armand can do on the pitch. Will he manage to find Folkard? Oh, so far all he's finding are big chops from the polearm though. Armand here, he's landing hits on the 2-hand.
Another one!
But he's getting absolutely cunted by this polearm. Shield's gone. And the kick! But he's saved!
Saved by his teammate.
That's a loyal like a daddy peasant, but Christoph puts him in a spliff. Numbers looking even across the board here. Joseph, kick miss from a Montfort man. Oh, this 2-hand in a blender, though. Another big poke from this polearm. Oh, but it's disaster. He's clipped on the way out, and the Montfort polearm falls. 2v1 now on this side. Wilbur must be low. On the other side, though, there's a Montfort team kill right after a Montfort normal kill. Not what you want to see.
Interesting tactical retreat from Mariadoc. That was pretty nice.
Mariadoc knowing where to put himself in his faith. Oh!
Oh! It was a close one. It was a close one.
It was close, but not close enough. Pidgeon Shaggers take 6 rounds and win the first set. The 2 teams will swap sides now, but as they do, Bohemond. What do you make of that final, almost magical round?
I'd say The thing is, as you can see, they split the fight in like two. One at like at the very opposite of the arena. That's pretty bad though. I don't know why they keep doing this. To me, you have to like stick together so you can like switch targets more easily. Maybe it's a strategy though, but I'm not a fan, and I think they should maybe work on that. Try to like play around each other because you actually want to target switch a lot with the two-handed swords anyway.
Not very much target switching been going on here. Lucian taking a couple of slaps to the back of the head. Our man finds himself in a 1v1 over to the side there. Not getting much done, and Hoel's fallen early to Lucas. That's a huge loss for this Akatani team. Montfort have the initiative. Big stab to Mariano.
And Mishu is down.
Mishu, followed by our man, losing out in the 1v1 on the other side. Now this poor Akatanian Maurice is in an absolute gangbang, and Montfort have won the round 6-0.
And that's a perfect, actually.
A chef's kiss, perfect. Just as you were talking about condensing these fights and making sure they stay close and to get all of that rotation, all of that target switching off, that is exactly what Montfort do. Striking back. Set 2, round 1, goes to the Hill Thieves. Yeesh.
Did they change anything in Recrutement? I don't think so.
They've subbed off Armand. Armand clearly had his moment in the sun, had his tourism visa revoked for the BRAWL team, and now two hands dunking on Mishu. Yeah, does have some allies, and he's doing great movement to keep up damage and pressure. Lucas here, a little bit too focused on the two-hand, taking some easy shots from this Akatanian swordsman. And oh, look at those feet stabs from Mishu. It's a disaster.
He's turning that man into a fucking trainer. That's insane.
Alfred, keyboard snake. I haven't seen anyone hold S this much. Good blocks, though. Takes a little back shot. Montfort down a number. Montfort down 2. Hoel finishes off Falca. Lucas strikes back, but it's too little, too late. Akatani take round 2. What? So, early in that round, Bowman, we saw two two-handers get some good pressure on Mishu. Where did it start going wrong for them?
They use what I called it. I mean, not only me, the tunnel vision. They just looked for Mishu. It was like their target, and they didn't pay attention to the guy with the one-handed sword and the shield, who actually managed to save Mishu's ass down there. So that's not what you want to do, especially in those 2v2s. You want to like target switch a lot and like hold your attacks, so you can put some pressure on both the opponents. So in a way, you suppress their gameplay. But they didn't do that. They tried to take Mishu down as fast as possible, which is something I can understand. But you have to like, get that little cold blood going.
Mishu here, gnarly team hit from Mishu, yikers! Mishu might be a bit of a goat with the spear, but when he's thrusting it against the back of his teammate's head, I'm not sure they're thinking the same thing. Taking a spear from Falcard there. Falcard doing work with that spear, in fact. Meriadoc doing what he can against Mishu.
Interesting.
Big hits. Lucas takes one, Mishu takes another. It's even numbers, 5 and 5 here on the field. Falcard takes down Alfred. That one's going in the collage, baby.
That is John B.R.E. and he's down, never mind.
And John B.R.E. It goes from leisure to pleasure, baby, for the Akatani team. Big kick
Oh,
there.
the kick against the fence.
Gnarly. I don't... Sorry. Gnarly stuff here as the Pidgeon Shaggers take round 2, round 3. It's late, it's a Sunday, and we here on the casting couch are suffering just as much as the rest.
At least we actually had a good event, to be honest.
That's
compared
true.
to the ones in the coalition server.
But either way, our event means nothing compared to this brawl right here. Arcadia stepping forward, perhaps scouting out the enemy team, seeing what changes Akatani have made, and finding where they can strike back.
Only 3 two-handed swords this time.
Big reduction in the numbers there.
Indeed.
But as we can see, only one bastard axe on the side of Akatani. Meriadoc baiting out the shield bash there, doing really well.
And he's only going on one guy. That's why you need to switch targets as much as possible.
Hoel here, getting the back shot.
Oh!
He's a nasty little boy, and he will find back shots wherever he can. Mishu takes out Noel.
Ah, this BRAWL is a team hit fest. It's insane. So many team hits in one single round.
Lucian, just a master at blocking here. And Akatani take out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 Montfortians. Fall to the floor. It's starting to become a now or never situation for the Hill Thieves. They have taken some rounds off the Pidgeon Shaggers, but if they don't get in gear here, 3 more losses eliminates them from this round of the Brawl.
It's the right moment to wake up, otherwise it might be too late. I've seen this far too many times.
Been there, done that. Montfort making a tactic change. Lucas pulling out that 2-hand. He's had some experience with it since he joined the Montfort Regiment of Renown. Oh man, back on the field. Could this be a point to punish from Montfort?
And a backstab, that's pretty good.
Oh, finds himself getting a bit of an ass spanking there from that 2-hander.
Oh, nasty stab.
Oh, but he lands one of his own. Shield bash, then a quick target switch from our man. That's what we want to see. However, he manages to snake himself out of a dangerous situation, and Matthias takes out Noel. Alfred here in a bit of a gangbang, but if there's one thing I know about Alfred, a gangbang is exactly where he wants to be, as Matthias takes out Meriadoc. Hoel here, finding that 2v1, finding that 1v1. Lucas not bowing down and out of this fight just yet. 2v1 and 2 1v1s here. Condensing this 2v1 was a good move. Oh, but not good enough. Lucas gets a kill, but he's killed on the exit. Suddenly, we're in a 2v2 situation here. Lucian, not a man you want to see up against in the final of a brawl. Takes a chop, though.
Oh, vicious target switch. That was good. It's just holding him with the shield. That's what you want to do, actually, against such a good player.
Arcadius making the right moves and
shot!
Oh, but Lucian finds his way out of it. It's a 2v1. And Christoph is not where he wants to be, and Lucian makes sure he remembers it. Montfort fall. Pidgeon Shaggers take a 4th. 2 stand in their way to 3 points on the leaderboard.
That's pretty bad. Give a one-handed sword to an angry Paddy on a Sunday night, and this is what happens.
You know, Lucian has plenty of time left tomorrow to overthink this game. Montfort might not have as much on the go. Armand back in the ring. Now, some of the losses Akatani, have received are when Armand is on the pitch. He's deciding to step in here, perhaps to ride the rest of the rounds to a cozy victory. But is this Montfort's chance to strike back?
They need to, I don't know, maybe they need to find like a target focus. Maybe the weak ones first. Maybe that's what they should do, but I don't know. At this point, it looks pretty bad.
Certainly looking dire. Little delay here. I believe there's a problem on the Akatani side. Also, though, Montfort making some potential tactical changes to their field here. 2 members of Montfort resetting, and they're busting out the 2-hands once again.
Yeah, they want to go for the damage output. Yeah, understandable.
It worked for them last time. Lucas the Mouth here, servicing his men before they get into battle. Don't show that on stream. We don't want to get banned.
That guy's called the Mouth for a reason.
For a good one, believe me. Round starting now.
Oh, careful where you want to go for, Carl.
Woo! Gets the target switch though, but doesn't block the follow-up. Arcadius is dead already. Arcadius is dead already.
What happened?
I've no idea. Team hit from Folkard on the way out. Meriadoc's going to be severed. Lucian takes him out. Noel falls quickly after. Montfort, this is not what you want to be showing in a potential penultimate brawl round. Noel just holding that attack, really psyching out Christoph, and it worked. Oh man! Whipping out his little leopard and delivering a lethal backshot.
To his former sergeant. Oh, that is bad.
Aye.
And never mind, I think Polka was a captain before, am I right?
Mm-hmm.
Under the name of Benoit.
That's right. Folkard, formerly Benoit, Akatani's captain and legend of the game, now leading his own duchy in Montfort and hoping to bring a little pain to his former teammates. However, I have to say, thus far, it's only been pleasure for Akatani as they look to seal out this round.
Oh, this might be the last round, so...
A win from Akatani here seals the deal. Huge back spear there. Oh well, getting some nasty chops.
Oh, the team hit are vicious.
He's a filthy little boy, Hoel. Nasty ankle biter. Meriadoc getting some work done, but he misses the stab.
One down for Akitani.
One down for Akatani. Montfort holding on to a glimmer of hope here. Hoel, 2 kills. Lucian.
It's not over. It's not over.
It's not over, baby. Montfort believers rise up. Christoph takes Hoel. Meriadoc takes Alfred. And Montfort strike back right at the moment of their demise. 2 on the board for Montfort. They have a mountain to climb now, however. Whew. Bohemond, what changed? You're the expert here.
I can't even say. I think the amount of team hits on both sides is really diabolical, right? I think that's the main issue. Lucian got team killed actually by Hull. So I'd say that's what actually did bring them down. We also saw Lucian running for his life in the back 2 minutes ago. So maybe that's the main reason why.
Ooh, early thrust from Folkard on this spear. Gnarly stuff. Not where you want to get stabbed in those guts, but it's a Montfort two-hander taking an absolute ass blasting in the 2v1. Over on this other side here, Folkard still doing work with the spear, but is it enough? The damage output needs to be high here. It's Christoph! Not even Montfort. Not even Folkard even.
Oh.
Even numbers.
One down for, yeah, that's pretty bad. Against defense, that's not what you want to end up.
Lucian takes out.
Oh, that's a hit again!
Keeps things even.
Oh, another team hit! What the fuck?
It's Team Hit Central, baby. We love to see it. It's Christoph kills Alfred. Mishu taking out Noel. It's a 2v2. Everything to play for. Everything to lose. Lucas kills Hoel. Mishu with a sidearm. I think that's legal, folks. Mishu here battling life and death situation here, but he's getting absolutely blasted by these 2 Montfortians, and Christoph saves his team.
For comeback.
Ooh, it might be real. It might be real, ladies and gentlemen. Montfort, they picked these 5 two-handers and they are making it work. Hill Thieves, 3 points on the board. Pidgeon Shaggers, desperate. 1 victory secures them a win in the whole brawl.
I'm shaking,
baby. My dog is howling in the house, not used to me screaming like a demon right now.
Armand. Oh, the aura walk. That is insane. Never mind, the aura back walk.
The aura escape. Akatani forming that flying V. Anyone who knows Armand knows he is a legend of the game when it comes to the Napoleonic Wars, and his favoured formation is this flying V. Will we be seeing it in the brawl?
I don't know if legend is the right word. It truly was something.
Here we go. Jonas has called go, and what could be the last round begins. Every single second is vital to Montfort. Any lapse in concentration could be the end.
That guy keeps poking, that's bad.
Oh! Big kick over there! Folkard goes for the second. Can't find it. Can't find his down mouse to block button either. Takes an early thrust on the back end, and Lucian's killed Meriadoc. That's a big chopper from Montfort down. Lucas falls shortly after. Noel strikes back, but is it too little, too late? Dreams of victory come crashing down in the talons of the Falcon.
Alright.
Pigeon Shaggers take the 6th point on their board. 2 sets to the Pigeon Shaggers, and that is that, ladies and gentlemen. GG's in the chats. The Pigeon Shaggers and Akatani walk away with victory today.
We sold those bastards!
Everything you expected from this match, Beaumont?
I expected it to be like, I don't know, more even than that.
We
Certainly, Montfort suffered from the absence of Osbert. So yeah, but I'm actually glad to see that Akitani starts winning again, as they were the last on the scoreboard for the last season. So feels good to see them coming back on top.
That's true. Akatani last season barely hanging on by a thread in the relegation battles. Fortunately, went up against my own team, the Baston B team, and beat us, securing their spot in the Royal Brawl. But here, this season, they are proving why they deserve this spot. Akatani strike hard and fast and take 2 sets over Montfort. Beaumont, do you have a man of the match for Akatani? Your most valuable player.
Without a doubt, Armand Akitani. That's all I can say.
So true.
Look at him on the screen. He's the only one we can actually really see. It's for a reason.
Hello?
That's
that man is shiny.
true.
Hello.
Hello.
Yo.
Is this Meriadoc joining us preemptively here?
I think so.
I can't tab out to my TeamSpeak, otherwise my audio will cut out.
I was supposed to join.
Well, welcome, Meriadoc. We'll jump straight into the interviews. How are you feeling after that tough Brawl loss?
No comment, bro.
That defeats the purpose of an interview, Meriadoc. You really need to be providing comment.
In my stead, I will send Folkard, yeah? Is that good?
Totally understandable, Meriadoc. I just want to say you had some amazing fights there. Really, really respected the effort you put in, and it came to the wire.
Yeah. Yeah, we were at 10% power.
That's true.
Understandable.
Missing Osbert a heavy blow.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, 9%, man. Jesus.
while we await Folkard here, let's have a little discussion, Beaumont, about your man of the match for the Montfort team. Who would you say was putting in some big work?
I can't really say. I've seen some prop play by Luca the Mouth, so maybe him. I saw him warming up the troops before the match. That was quite something to see. That was quite something to witness. So
Lucas does a lot of work on the battlefield and off for his team with that big mouth of his.
certainly.
Lucas
Going
did
on in
also
here?
have some high volume hits, high volume, big impact kills in that match. So my MVP might also go to Lucas as well. However, it doesn't matter, as we are joined in the casting couch by Lord Folkard of Montfort. Folkard, how are you doing after that tough loss?
Well, I've got to say, I obviously am from Aquitaine. I trained a lot of those guys since they first joined the clan, so I can only say it's it's a win-win for me. But yeah, it was bad. It was a lot of fun.
Some really clutch moments in those closing Twilight rounds there. Montfort looking down and out on 1 point, but you did claw back 2 back-to-back. What do you think changed to let you get those 2 wins?
Well, you analyse the guys. You got Mishu, you got Lucien, you got Maurice, and you look at the weapons they're using. Lucien's using that short two-handed axe, viciously fast side swings, and obviously Mishu with anything that's longer than a two-handed sword, so a polearm, a spear. We saw that. We saw the axe. We're like, we've got to get rid of these shields because they're just not doing anything, and that's what happened there.
Well, really good tactical decision there. We in the casting couch commented on it. We saw it as a big success for Akitani, but Montfort adapted well, making that decision to drop those shields, and it brought you some victories in some rounds.
It did. I mean, it's the same old, isn't it? Though, you want to get that first kill, and with loads of two-handers, it's there's a high chance of getting that first kill, but there's also a high chance of losing someone first. Getting that first kill is so important. And I'm sure the other teams the same. When you get that first kill, you shout it out. You kind of start being a bit more defensive, and you find the next kill and the next kill. But it didn't always happen the way we wanted it to. But yeah, I love fighting Aquitaine. It's good fun. It's quite an even match, unlike our last one.
True. Big step up in the skill level and evenness field, rather, than against that CI team. Falcar, walking away from this defeat, what do you think you and Montfort need to do to be ready for your next brawl?
Wow. I would be lying if I said we weren't 100% confident and ready on our first brawl. But now we're starting to doubt ourselves, so maybe we need to go back to the changing rooms, have a bit of a team talk, and think about what's working, what's not working, and just keep playing the game.
Absolutely. Wise words. Beaumont, any questions from Noble Lord Falcar?
Why didn't you guys try the polearm at all?
To be honest, we don't use it that much, and I feel like it's a bit more of an experiment for us. They didn't have too many shields, and no offense to their shield users, we weren't too threatened by them. The ones we're threatened by are their polearm and their two-handed weapons, and we're thinking, yeah, we could destroy the shields, but none of us are super proficient in it yet. It's not our weapon. Maybe next season.
Alright, so directly aiming for next season. That is okay, that's pretty good. Do you guys think that if Osbert was around, the result would have been different?
Look, I'm not one for saying that, but if I was a betting man, I'd know I'd put my money, and that'd be Montfort.
Ooh. Well, we pray for Osbert's speedy return for the rest of these matches. For myself here... Oh, sorry, go ahead, Falcar.
No, I know, yeah, he's an absolute dragon with a blade, so, yeah, when he's back, he'll be back.
We look forward to seeing him. Final question from me here, Falcar. I asked you this last time, or I asked Mary Addock this last time. Gonna get your take on it now. You've played CI and Aquitaine. What teams are you now excited to play against in the upcoming brawls?
The teams we want to play. I want to play the Heramotes, because last time we played them, it was super close, and the same with Artenois. Last time we played Artenois, it was super close, and we've been eager for those rematches for a long time now. So, and we've got a stronger team now, but everyone's stronger. That's the thing. Everyone's stronger.
Fantastic stuff, Falcar. Montfort smell blood in the water, even though they've lost a little bit of their own. Falcar, it's been a pleasure having you here on the casting couch. I'll let you get back to your team and discuss strategy for the brawls to come.
Thank you. Good job, guys.
Thank you very much. Ciao, ciao.
Yep.
That was Lord Falcar de Montfort. Really leading his team in the charge in a lot of those rounds there, doing a lot of work in the early rounds on his spear. However, we are now awaiting an interview with one of the Aquitaine gamers. I'm not sure which one it is yet. Alfred! Already here in the casting couch. He'd snuck up behind me, wrapping his big muscly arms around my neck and planting a kiss on the back of my head. Alfred, welcome to the casting couch.
Hey, hello everyone.
Hello, Bodanka Bodanek. How are you feeling after that victory?
I'd say in the second round was a pretty close one. We had to bring out our doom stack. First of all, I'd like to thank my Reformed Orthodox Jewish Rabbi, Dangon de Castan.
Okay!
His trainings were very good.
Just remember, we are a family-friendly broadcast here, Bodanek. Let's keep it close.
I'm gonna have to go back to Bogdanka and practice on my blocking. This was something of a trial for me. The fight against Montfort was very good. And I'm really hoping to fight either Castan or Baston soon to get the real feel. You know, get to see what we have to work on. Because I still feel like Aquitaine has a lot of things to improve.
Interesting. If you were to sum up a couple of those things you guys feel like you need to improve on, what would they be?
But definitely more call-outs.
A classic. A team that communicates well, wins well.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of our shoe players not pressing advantage, but it was fine half the time, but most of the time. So I think we need to work on that as well. Some more bashing and like 2v1s to finish them quicker. More kicks maybe. That's all gonna be well.
All gonna be well. Now, One thing, Alfred, I noticed a lot of your team busting out the bastard axe, that two-handed axe. Was that a pre-prepared strategy?
That was a pre-prepared strategy. We tried them
Interesting.
against the Heremons, worked quite well, but the Montfortians decided to use two-handers after they met our axes in battle, which was quite a switch up because me and Lucien had to change our plans as well. We were deciding on maybe me playing spear and him playing the axe to really get the combo in, but then we already had Mishi on a polearm, and we didn't want to lose any unnecessary rounds.
Perhaps something to work out in training then. Are you a little bit worried now that this double bastard axe strategy might have been solved on the broadcast and other teams might quickly switch to that two-hander as well?
Not really, because we can always improve. We can learn from the lessons that we had with Montfort today. We can always improve on what we have to do. If a team doesn't have a shield like maybe the Order, maybe someone else, we can probably improve on that as well.
Absolutely. Beaumont, any questions for our lovely guest Alfred here?
We've seen quite a lot of team hits in your team tonight. Is there like any sort of feud going on in Akitani?
Oh no, I think that's on my fault. You know, when you don't get the callouts, you kind of just spin around, do a little team hit. But yeah, that's another thing we need to work on.
Yeah. From our perspective, it looked like you guys owe money to each other. It was quite diabolical to witness.
Yeah, you see all of those guys over there?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, they all owe me like...
They're all staring at us at the same time.
Yeah.
I don't owe you money, guys, alright? Let's calm down. We're family. Anyway, what did you think about Armand's gameplay?
I think it was good, but he was being singled out, which was the biggest issue. I've seen a lot of two-handers come up behind him and just get a cheeky little stab in there, and then little before you knew it, he was dead. So I feel like if he could have another player with him, or if he just didn't find himself in a situation, he would be a very crucial member of the team, which he still is. But he just wouldn't die as quickly.
A lot to work on, but a lot of successes demonstrated here today already.
That guy's getting demoted, by the way.
Yep. Don't speak bad on the Lord. That's one thing I learned the hard way. Final two questions from me here, Alfred. First off, we noticed you were rocking the full helmet today, not showing us that glorious ginger beard. Were you afraid looking so handsome might make you a target for the enemy team?
Oh, of course, you know, this is what happens when you're the most handsome man in all of Bretonia.
A lot of people trying to claim that title off you, Alfred, so... Might be more than the brawl you have to worry about on the competitive field.
Perhaps.
Final question from me here, Alfred. We haven't had the chance to ask you this yet, and it's a question I like to get a little taste of from all the teams. So, Alfred, you mentioned Castan and Baston are the two teams you want to fight. Any others you're looking forward to crossing blades with in the brawl?
Oh, definitely the CI. I want to have the taste of what's going to happen with the
top
CI.
team, the big boys.
The big boys, because I have a feeling if we fight the big boys, we can adapt from that. Even if we lose, we can adapt. See our weaknesses, work on some stuff, get the feeling. That's how it works, bro. You always learn on your mistakes.
Absolutely, good attitude to have. Akitani looking to take the fight to CI. Well, Alfred, it's been a pleasure having you in the casting couch. Laugh emote on the broadcast, Beaumont. I wouldn't be taking that.
No quarter for the craven!
Pleasure having you here with us, Alfred. Get back to your team, celebrate, don't get too drunk.
Sorry, Bree. Thank you, Bree. I'll see you boys later.
See you later, Alfred. Alright, that is all from us here on the broadcast. Quick look at the league results here. Akitani getting a win will put them on 3 points, up in that 3, 4, 5, 6 spot. Montfort, second game, second loss, leaves them on 2 points. A little bit of updating to the league table needed here, but already some major movement up towards that top spot. Avengers of Lacrimore, 2 wins, sitting pretty up there.
Yeah, they do feel comfortable. I mean, they're the winners of the last season after all, but again, it's only the like second week since the brawl starts. We're about to see some real changes in the weeks to come. I can't wait to witness that.
I'd say in a month's time we'll really have a good vision on how the teams are going to settle in this league. For now, though, that is all from myself and Bohemond on the casting couch. The next match coming up on Tuesday, Artois Bally Legal take on the Skull Crushers of Castan in what's set to be an absolute banger. From myself, Vincent, and Bohemond at the desk, we wish you good night, good rest, and we'll see you Tuesday, gamers.
Adieu.
For God.